The big thing is if you don't have this, you're gonna wake up every day with spiders on your face, if not worse. Make sure that you kind of understand what you're going into and you're gonna be fine. Hey guys, my name is Chichi and today I'm gonna do a little vlog of my life as a UBC student. I'm a math major at UBC and I'm gonna show you a bit about my life and hopefully give you some useful tips. Okay, so usually I wake up around 11, 12, sometimes 10, it depends. I'm gonna put a picture of my schedule right here. And there's two things I want to point out is you can see that I have Tuesdays and Thursdays completely free. And you can also see that my earliest class is at 11 and even my 11 a.m. class, the lectures are optional, like you're not really marked on attendance. So I want to develop a bit on that. So the first thing about having Tuesdays and Thursdays off, it's I tutor on those days. So having those 2 days free makes it easy for me to schedule a bunch of tutoring lessons during like either Tuesday or Thursday or both. And also it gives me a lot of free time to study during those days and I don't have to like kind of break my study cycle because I have to go to one lecture in the middle of the day. The second thing that I want to say is if you're not a morning person, accept that in college and embrace that. You can make your own schedule. If you're not a morning person, just try to grab as much as you can late classes because there's no reason why you would like suffer through an 8 a.m. if you can just take that same class in the afternoon. If you're not a morning person, I'm not saying wake up at 2 p.m. every day, but maybe try to push it so you can wake up at 9 or 10 and you don't have to like wake up and fill yourself with coffee so you can push into like an 8 a.m. class that you absolutely hate and you're sleeping. So usually the first thing that I do in the morning is I go to the Nest and I grab a blue chip cookie because I love those cookies. And I also study a bit at the Nest before my morning class and then I head out to my morning class. After my morning class, I get really tired and I go back to Place Venue, which is my dorm, and I take a nap. So now guys, I'm gonna do kind of a room tour. This is not actually my room, this is my friend's room. The reason why I'm showing her room and not my room is because my room is just a big mess and her room actually looks nice. So the big thing is that I wanna recommend for everyone at university is buy a mini fridge. Cafeteria food is kind of disgusting and like it's great for a week, but then it's just like the same thing for a whole year. So buy your own food, maybe buy like an Instant Pot, an air fryer. Honestly, it's a good investment. Another thing that I would like 100% recommend is buy a mosquito net. We got a guy to install this for us. It's also installed in my room. The big thing is if you don't have this, you're gonna wake up every day with spiders on your face, if not worse. So like, this is a good investment. Yeah, I guess you're gonna lose it after you move out because you can't really transfer like a mosquito net, but it's still like the best thing you ever bought in your life. Another thing is buy a bunch of pillows. Like a really bad thing is when you go in someone's room and they have like one pillow and then everyone has to like sit against the wall. But like here, I get here, look, I lay down and look, I'm comfortable, So buy a lot of pillows so people will come to your room and they will feel at home and they will just throw themselves at your bed. And another thing is buy a fan, maybe a bigger one than this. But the big thing is like the rooms can get really hot, especially if you don't have a thermostat in your own room. It's kind of a one general for the floor for the building. So fans can be really useful when the heater is like too hot. Basically, and also always have food in your room because sometimes you wake up and you just don't want to go to the cafeteria. So like being able to grab a snack and just like eating it is amazing. Then after taking my nap, I usually go to the library and I study a bit more till my next class or till the end of the day. So like also don't rely on libraries to study because they can get like really full and you won't find a place to sit sometimes. So have secondary study spots. Talking about secondary study spots, I then went to Vantage College to study with some other friends and it's usually pretty empty. It's a really good spot. So guys, we were just studying, but you know, like university students were unpredictable. So we decided to go downtown.
Yeah.
And our friend is driving us, so yeah, that's our day. This is my friend, she's the one driving us. Say hi. So after coming back from downtown, I ended up going back to Vantage College and studying a bit more till the end of the day. Hey guys, so we're here studying with the engineers. You can clearly see that they are not mentally stable right now. Things have been hitting hard for them.
Show the walls, show the walls.
Oh yeah, look at the walls. They've been here for like, what, how many hours now? 6 hours, 7 hours. Yeah, so that basically wraps up my video about kind of the day in the life of a UBC student. I decided for this last bit of the video to just basically answer some common questions that, you know, we get a lot. So first thing is, how do you make friends in university? My biggest advice for anyone who's going to UBC is attend Jumpstart. During Jumpstart is just a bunch of first years, people from all over the world. No one really has friends and everyone is really, really open, and you're like literally just go up to people and like, hey, my name is Chichi and where are you from? Or, you know, what are you studying? And people are really, really friendly, especially during that first week. I would say that people get less and less friendly as the months pass by and everyone kind of like finds their own group. But like honestly, throughout the first probably whole term, everyone is really nice and you're gonna click with someone and you're gonna find your own group. So like, don't worry about making friends. It's really easy. I would say the second main question that we get is like, what about the, you know, social life and academic life balance? You know, how does it work? Is UBC a good place if you want to have that? I would say UBC is probably one of the best universities if you want to find that balance. I would say like a big chunk of the student body has the work hard, party harder mentality. You probably saw, you know, I spent most of my days studying at UBC. The common expectation is that you're putting about 10 hours of work. If you're taking 5 classes, that's 50 hours. Engineers who take 7 classes, it's like 70 hours, like they're going crazy. And of course, there's going to be classes that you're going to be putting 5 hours and there's going to be classes that you're going to be putting 20 hours. But I would say that overall, 10 hours is the average that you're going to spend in each class per week. And most of the learning, unlike high school, doesn't occur in the class. It occurs kind of like on your own. You're going to read the textbook. You're going to kind of like try to explain concepts for yourself. Usually what happens is the professors or TAs, they just kind of introduce a concept to you, like really briefly, and then you have to go on your own time and learn the concept in much greater depth by yourself. So I'd say that you're spending a lot of time studying, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna spend a lot of time having fun and you're gonna meet a bunch of new people and it's gonna be a good time. And as long as you keep, you know, everything balanced and you're making sure that at least I would say 2 days in the week you're not doing absolutely any work, you're in a good spot, you know. And yeah, you work it out, make sure that you're not only prioritizing your academics or that you're not only prioritizing your social life, and you're gonna be fine. And then kind of my last tip for everyone applying to university out there is think about why are you applying to the program you're applying to. You know, like, are you applying because you truly have a passion for it, or because, you know, you want to explore something new, or is it because you're feeling pressured by your parents or your peers or whatever? Because I will say, going into a major that you hate or that you don't have a passion towards, it's gonna make your like university life miserable, and there's no point in doing it, right? Make sure that you kind of understand what you're going into. So yeah, just really reflect when you're applying to university, like, why am I applying to this program? Why am I applying to this university? What about it attracts me? And you're gonna be fine.